The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cornhuskers will put total leather and we'll get started. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So USC's offense will get the first swing of the game. This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Wants to throw. It's Moss. Pocket starts to collapse. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will get the ball for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be fourth down. The Huskers will call on their punt team. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution.
Flying out to the left at the 20. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there.
And that's just a great job by the defense shutting down that jet sweep. You see the team speed they have on defense. They are willing and ready and able to go sideline to sideline with anybody in the country.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, if you want to run the ball in the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield and made the tackle for him.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39 is 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Way too close to punt. Way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on 4th down. Firing to the right, complete. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the tailback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
It's a draw. Sweet feet on the move. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. He'll bring it back. It's Lloyd. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. The toss to the right. At the 35, he's loose. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
just going to chew up the ground yards, just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Raiola. He's right on target. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nice move to keep moving. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long and field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman? Getting to the running back, cat-like quickness.
They'll try the run. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Raiola. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
He caught it. And he'll go out of bounds, and he will be short of the first down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires left. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking at a second and short now. To the air, it's Moss. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Got it in the middle. It's Hudson. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. From the 25-yard line, it's first and 10. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. All the way down to the 25-yard line, it's first and 10. He wants to throw. With the catch, it's Martin.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get three before the break. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and hauls it in. He's backed up deep in his own territory. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, there in the shadows of the Hollywood sign, you've been watching quite a drama of your own. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Fires and picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
And on a corner route like that, the ball has got to come out quickly. That football is going to travel a long distance. So you've got to get it out quick. You've got to put enough air under the football so the receiver can locate it. Nice job executing between those two.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He makes a grab. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it out of the shotgun. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Getting some heat. Slips away. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. Defense. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. The Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Moss. And it's caught! Touchdown, Trojans! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure.
And it's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play, and you could tell he knew exactly where he was, got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Running it to the right. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They get to him as he throws. Good job by the freshman to stand and deliver, but boy, did he get welcome to college football.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Offense set on 1st down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marks. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you can tell the QB was going there the whole time, right? Quickly get the football, throw it to the left, get it to your running back in some space, but the defense was ready for it. They were sitting on it, came up and made the play for no gain.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They try to pop a run on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Right down the boulevard. It's good. But wait a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
They'll run it from the gun. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to punch it in. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement against the crowds.
Got some of the work done on 1st down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Zings it complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. The sure hands, it's Nair. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. They'll run the screen. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn up.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
2-9 Philly.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Caught over the middle.
On third down,
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. He gets a block. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He leaves it with his back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Trojans decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick. He'll take a deep shot here. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
that's a first down for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
All right, trying to attack the middle of the field on that in route. Nice job putting his foot in the ground. He didn't telegraph where he was going. He was open. He's just got to make the catch.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Through the air, it's Raiola. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the grab. It's Cordell. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more